Happy Wednesday Play Day. This is Beth with Creative Learning Society. It's Wednesday, so it's time to share a tip or a trick to help bring a little bit of play into life or into work. And this idea comes from a speaker I saw in Boca Raton, Florida. I was at a conference. I don't recall his name. Forgive me. I'm going to blame the beautiful beaches for that. But he shared with us a game that he played with his mom. And he pulled out of his pocket a little lizard. And over the years, he and his mother had started a game of hiding this lizard and getting it back to each other. Sometimes they would hide it in birthday cards that they sent in the mail. Sometimes they hid it in lasagna when they had dinner together. And the purpose was just to get the lizard from one person to another in a sneaky, hidden way. And it just sounded like fun. So that's my suggestion for everyone today. Is we're going to start a game at work because sometimes play should just be about play. There shouldn't be a lesson behind it. There shouldn't be anything else, lurking in the shadows, team building. It should just be about fun and having a good time with your coworkers. So here's what I suggest. 1, find an object that's going to be your lizard. It could be anything that you want. Mine would be this squirrel because I love the movie Up. So I would use my squirrel as my object. Now, what do you do with the squirrel? The goal is to pass this along to your different coworkers or your different team members, but you have to hide it to pass it along. And I always suggest throwing a little note on there. You did a great job, because I like good vibes, and I think anytime that you can support good vibes in your office, you're doing a good thing. So you have to pass this to a coworker, but you have to hide it in order for them to get it. So you hide it under their desk. You put it in their favorite coffee cup. You put it in a little package on their desk with a pretty bow on it, and they open it up and boom, oh my God, they've gotten the squirrel. And then once they get it, it's their job to pass the squirrel to somebody else. So set a time limit, like 5 days. I would keep it at 5 days so that you make sure the squirrel keeps moving. And say in 5 days, you have to pass the squirrel along to someone else. And then it just becomes fun. The places that you can find to hide your object, remember it doesn't have to be a squirrel, are just enormous, right? You could hide it anywhere. You could even put it on their car. So when they leave the building at night, whoop, you've been squirreled. And then they get to pass it on to somebody else. Pass it on to make somebody smile, and then they get the responsibility of passing that smile on to somebody else. And it's just a fun, quirky, silly, completely non-work related game. And we all need that every once in a while. We need a break. We need a smile. We need a purpose to think about something different during our workday. And what better than to have a fun, quirky little game. So we'll call this one Pass the Squirrel. And I'd love to see or hear from you guys if you try it. I might suggest something a little bit smaller than this because this guy might be hard to hide. So I would go with something a little bit smaller. And I hope you guys have fun with it and enjoy your Wednesday and the rest of the week. By the way, tune in Sunday evening. I'm going to have a new live series called Creative and Crafty, and I'll tell you guys more about that. But this Sunday at 7:30, I will be live. So I'll see you then. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.